What disturbs us the most is that majority of these crimes, what we're experiencing as the police, is that are organized from beyond bars.
A spike in KZN's violent crimes comes from prisoners in prison.
How do people expect them to walk all the way back with their buckets and their bottles?
The toll on the elderly of not having any water. And what drove a 15-year-old girl to shoot and kill young children at a school in the United States? Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Some Spaza shop owners in Soweto are calling for the government to extend the deadline for the registration of Spaza shops. President Cyril Ramaphosa's 21-day registration period is set to expire at the end of business today. Last month, Ramaphosa ordered all Spaza shops to register at their local municipal offices as part of efforts to regulate the industry. Despite the limited time, some Spaza shop owners waiting in line at the Jabulani Civic Centre are yet to register their businesses.
Hundreds of Spaza shop owners are enduring Soweto's intense heat, growing increasingly doubtful that they'll be able to register their stores today. Long lines at the Jabulani Civic Centre are moving slowly, with some people having been in line since the office opened. Siyabonga Masbuko, who owns a Spaza shop in Chiawero in Soweto, believes there's no way everyone will be processed by 5 o'clock this afternoon.
No, I don't think so, because there's a lot of information.
I don't think they will register all of us because there's a lot of information needed. They need building plans and many other documents. The 21-day deadline is definitely not enough.
And they are slow now.
Those whose businesses aren't registered by the end of today may risk having their Spaza shops permanently closed. Alpha Ramshwana, Eyewitness News, Jabulani in Soweto.
KwaZulu-Natal police are concerned about an increase in organised crime being orchestrated from prison cells. Police in the province say criminal activities, including murders, are being coordinated by criminals who are behind bars. The crime stats in the province show a significant decline in reported rape cases, property theft and other contact crimes. Murder remains a concerning factor with more than 1,420 cases registered. All districts in the province, with the exception of eThekwini, show an increase in murder.
What disturbs us the most is that majority of these crimes, what we're experiencing as the police, is that are organized from beyond bars.
The Ananda police station in the north of Durban continues to top the list when it comes to sexual offences cases.
A total of 1,539 arrests were executed for sexual offences during the mentioned period. Most of the rape cases are still being committed at the residence of either the victim or perpetrator or family or friend.
Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana says the closure of the Lebombo border with Mozambique has seen a 20% decline in trade compared to last year. But Godongwana says the impact of the disruptions to the South African economy, quote, has not yet been fully computed, as the post-election violence still continues in Mozambique, including in Maputo and on the N4 trade corridor. But the minister says annual comparative data shows a double-digit decline in export declarations. He says this represents a 4.8 billion negative variance in customs value and a slight increase in import declarations of 13.1% or 676 declarations. Heading towards the Lebombo borders soon, 27 trafficked children who were found at an abandoned mine in Stilfontein. They'll be sent to the Mozambican consulate today. The Social Development Department in the Northwest says the miners were placed at a temporary safe shelter after they resurfaced from underground last month. The department's Petrus Siko says the children will be repatriated through the Lebombo border.
The MEC for Social Development, Basitsana Susana Danji, has expressed her profound thanks to all the stakeholders who have played a critical role in ensuring that these children receive the necessary care and protection, and also ensuring their speedy repatriation to their country of origin.
As heavy rains and thunderstorms rip through northwest Gauteng, Limpopo and KwaZulu-Natal, leading to flooding in some provinces, in Gauteng, thousands of people are still without water. A community leader in Claremont, Johannesburg, says the old age homes in the area do not have water in their tankers. Claremont is one of the 86 areas affected by the water shutdown where the Zwart, Koppies and Ekenhof pump stations were undergoing maintenance. The 3-day water shutdown ended yesterday, but some areas are still without water.
How can we expect old people to go to Riverlee or to Dani Van Zyl, which also has a Jojo tank, to try and fill up their buckets? How do people expect them to walk all the way back with their buckets and their bottles? These people are old. We can't be doing that to our elderly. It's just completely wrong.
A family of a teenage girl who killed 2 people in the United States say they will be cooperating with police in their investigations. The 15-year-old opened fire at her Abundant Life Christian school, killing a teenage student and a teacher and wounding 7 other pupils. The victims at the private religious school are mostly children aged 5 to 18. Police say the student at the event is believed to have died from a self-inflicted wound.
Today, around 10:57 a.m., our officers were responding to a call of an active shooter at the Abundant Life Christian School. When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds. What we know is that a total of about 7 persons were transported from the scene to area hospitals for treatment.
Germany's government has collapsed. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has lost a confidence vote in Parliament. This leaves Europe's largest economy in the hands of a caretaker government ahead of elections early next year. And it comes at a bad time. The economy is in dire straits and the war in Ukraine raises security concerns. German business confidence fell in December, reaching its lowest level since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. This is what investing in the future looks like. Cape Town's first permanent desalination plant to make seawater drinkable is being planned for the Pardon Island area. The City of Cape Town says the plant is part of its 2030 strategy to increase drinking water supply in case of future droughts in the region. The strategy involves desalination, water reuse, clearing of invasive plant species, and groundwater schemes.
Protecting our city from any future droughts is top of the agenda in water and sanitation. And part of our new water program is our commitment to ensure that by 2030 we're producing 300 million litres of new water from new water sources.
And we'll have more news tomorrow. In the meantime, you can download the EWN app.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.